And here is the Writer's Almanac for Monday. It's the 8th of April, 2019. It's the birthday of Barbara Kingsolver, born in Annapolis, Maryland, 1955. Grew up in a house in an alfalfa field in rural Kentucky. Her dad was a country doctor down there. When she was 7, her father moved the family to the Congo for a year so he could work as a medical missionary. Came back to Kentucky, and she kept on keeping her journal, eventually writing stories and poems. She was a tall, thin, bookish girl. She said, I wanted to read Anna Karenina, and everybody else wanted to do stuff in the back of cars. She was a good writer. She was a good pianist. She thought it was impractical to major in music, so she majored in biology instead. Moved to Tucson, wrote a thesis on termite behavior for her master's degree. Got a job doing technical writing. She entered a short story contest sponsored by an alternative weekly in Phoenix, and won it, kept on writing stories. Then she got pregnant and developed insomnia, so at night she would take her typewriter into the closet and write. Realized that she was writing a novel about a young woman desperate to escape her life in rural Kentucky and moved to Tucson. And that novel was The Bean Trees. Got good reviews when it came out in 1988. Wrote 2 more novels and then one about a missionary family in the Belgian Congo, based on the journal she had kept as a girl. She did a lot of research for it, memoirs of missionaries, and she studied the Kikongo language and read the Bible over and over, traveled to Central Africa. And after many years, she published The Poisonwood Bible. It was a huge bestseller when it came out in 1998. Barbara Kingsolver, who said, the best research gets your fingers dusty and your shoes dirty, especially because a novel is made of details. I had to know what a place smelled like, what it sounded like. There's no substitute for that. Here's a poem for today by Marie Howe, entitled The Visit. Some fumbling, turning it this way and that. Okay, here it is, the doctor said. And there was the little tumor of nerves or blood that ought not to be there. My brain's upper right window. A little face peeking out. A child who won't go to bed. Little knot of cells, little hairball on the sill. Benign is what he said, as God is said to be. But for a moment I still stood. I could almost feel it with my foot in the place where they had stood, John and Jane and Billy. Then I was in the corridor again. It was Spring Street in February and raining, and the negatives slipped into a plain brown envelope. I could take them home with me. But there are moments walking when I catch a glimpse of myself in the window glass, say the window of the corner video store, and I'm gripped by a cherishing so deep for my own blowing hair, chapped face, and unbuttoned coat that I'm speechless. I am living. I remember you. A poem by Marie Howe, The Visit, from What the Living Do, published by W.W. Norton and Company and used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.